Baldur's Gate 3 has a bunch of mods you can choose from, but on console it can be a little tricky to figure out what is new and what isn't. So let's go over some of the newest mods on console that I have found, and we'll come and check them out. Now, one of the first ones, and I have a build guide for this very soon, is the Hound Master. Now, the Hound Master is a fighter subclass, and if we check out the bottom here, this is made by Havsglimt. I hope I said their name right. But, as you can see, this is a very much sort of like a Beastmaster Ranger but fighter. You can see you get this at 3rd level, and you have a bunch of awesome abilities. If we check out some of the screenshots here, you go, you see the Hound Master is a versatile fighter whose versatility comes from a very specific source. They are bound to a beast or a pack of them, caring for their animal companion nearly as an extension of themselves. So you can really see like the Beastmaster like themes throughout this. And as you can see, nice little passive leader of the pack, bunch of proficiencies like animal handling. So if you really want to be a fighter but still want to have like your animal companions, this is probably a really cool mod for you to try and download and just test out. You can see all the nice little features here. I'll leave this on the screen for a moment if you want to read it. I will be going over this in more detail, probably tomorrow's video. But pretty cool screenshot of the nice little dog companion you get with his little backpack. And you can see the different types of warhounds you can get. So, really awesome mod to come and check out. And again, this is made by Havsglimt. Again, if I said that wrong, I do apologise. Next up, now to find these mods, I have been doing by sort by date published. I find that is usually the best way, because if you do date updated, you're going to find things on here that have been out for a while. You know, Twilight Cleric Domain, the Dread Overlord. All of these have been out for a while, but have been updated. So I always find date published is the best way to find the newest mods on console. Because unfortunately, we don't really get the luxury, at least from what I've seen, of being able to, you know, search by recent on like Nexus mods. Tashas Cauldron of Face is a really awesome way of adding some presets to your tab. So if we check these out in Character Creator, you can see a bunch of awesome presets you can take. So if you struggle to make a, you know, good looking character for yourself, or, you know, a Githyanki Yankee that you like, or whatever, you can have a plethora of these that you can just choose from the start, slightly customize if you want to, bunch of jewellery and stuff like that. Really nice mod, just like a little quality of life thing, if you know, want to have some awesome things. So as you can see, there are quite a few options you can choose from. And this is by Eclipse 5EX, so big shout out to them for making this one. Next up we have Lydia's Head Cara Mia. This is a mod by Playerman, and if we check this out, again, this is more of a cosmetic thing. So, you get this for one body human, half-elf, elf, drow, or tiefling, and as you can see, just a nice little face that you can put on different races. So again, if this is kind of up your jam, you're looking for, you know, more cosmetics or anything like that, then Lydia's Head's a good one to start with. The Infernal Champion plus Battle Trance set. So, this is a Karnak and Barian themed set, made by Skirby, and let's check this out. You can see it looks pretty cool. Like, as far as this goes, this looks very much like a Karnak based, like, outfit, so I think this is just a tremendous mod. I think it fits so perfectly. Like, this is such a well made cosmetic. And you can see all of these items here, and you can see they get some really amazing stuff. Bunch of advantage on like intimidation checks. We get to increase your dex and your attack rolls, your armor class, your all sorts. Like the Mantle of the Berserker, Constitution +2 up to 20, great for a tank. Just all in all, this is a phenomenal armor set. And if we come down here, they have very kindly put where you can get the items in Act 1 from Aaron, Act 2 from Quartermaster Tally, and Act 3 Daphlon. So again, if you need some new Barbarian armor, you just want to change it up, you want Karlach to look like an even bigger badass, then take out the Infernal Champion and Battle Trance set. Next up, light greatswords. Now, basically, if you just want to, you know, dual wield some greatswords as finesse weapons, then why not? And as you can see, this is pretty cool. This, in my opinion, is very much like a... I don't want to say it's game breaking, because it's not, but like if you just want to have a dude that's carrying 2 massive swords, then go for it. You can also see that these weapons also have a bunch of things like radiant damage and cold damage. You know, you can increase your armor class while dual wielding them by 1. So really nice things. Pretty balanced, if I'm honest. So I would, you know, if you fancy some light greatswords, check this one out. This is by Jinishima, so a big shout out to them as well. Now, it doesn't quite say where to get it as we go through here, but you can see named weapons. So once you find these, get them dual wielding, and you are going to have a great time just melting enemies. Telekinetic Spells. Now, you've probably seen this in a bunch of videos. This is incredible. 12 new spells and 3 new cantrips, and they are just phenomenal, especially if you like your force type damage. If we come through all of this, you can see you can do force manipulation, telekinetic hurl, you know, a bunch of spells from level 1 to 6, incredible stuff. This is made by Dawnstar 11, and if we come in here and check it out, the promo photo alone is just phenomenal. I think this is such a cool looking photo. And you see the animations as well are really, really awesome looking. You can tell a lot of care has been put into this mod. Like, it's not just a, you know, telekinetics, so we're just going to move items around. You can see all the different, like, animations and special effects and stuff. Like, this is a mod that has had a lot of care put into it, and I just think it's tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Like, the screenshots probably don't do it justice. This is definitely something to play around with, and we will have a little play around with it as well in this video. Next up, we have the Book Collector by SwissFred57, and essentially, you just sort of, as you're walking through the world, any books within 24-foot radius will just get picked up. That's pretty much it. It's just like a little, you know, I would say quality of life, but it's just a little way of making sure you don't have to like walk around and loot everything. So if you played this game a bunch, you don't have to like walk around and collect every book and stuff like that, then this is probably the mod for you. The Glowing Body Tattoo is another awesome cosmetic you can take. And you can see this is incredible. You can do this in the transformation, and look how cool it looks. This is another one we will go over. This is only for the Dragon Ball, so please bear that in mind. But it's just such cool looking. Now this is by Akelkel. Again, probably butchered that, but huge shout to them. This is awesome, and we're going to check this out as well. Next up, we have more cosmetics, and I believe these are all by Eclipse 5EX. And the first one is the Pretty Boys Heads. So these are for elves and drows. As you can see, is very much designed just to be your pretty boy faces. So again, if you struggle to make characters that look good to you, or if you just want some really awesome presets or some of these stand out, then check out the Pretty Boy Heads. We've also got the same for Vlakith. So as you can see, these are all 4 female Githyanki's, and it's just a way of trying to make a pretty female Githyanki. Sort of takes the edge off of them, if you're not a big fan of that. Next up, we've got Clav Emotes for photo mode, and again, as you can probably tell, this is just something to play around with, you know? You can make your character sit in cool poses, you know, use this to get like a really nice wallpaper for your laptop or whatever. It's a nice little mod, doesn't take too much, but a lot of people can have a lot of fun with this. And this is by All in Dress, so thank you to them as well. Next up, another mod that we are going to go after, and it is the Sword Dancers of Alistri. Now we'll be doing builds for both the subclasses, but essentially if we come in here, you can see this is a whole modded class that is, in my opinion, it feels very drowish. Like you can see all these lunar bolts, it's very moon based. We are going to go over this because it is extremely cool. Really, really cool, and I think this is a mod that a lot of people will have fun with. You can see so many cool abilities, there's some more special effects and stuff. Again, this is another mod that I think has had a lot of care put into it, and I can't wait to test this out. Next up we have Missing Gods Head Pack, and again this is by Eclipse 5EX, and if we come in here, so this is basically just the gods of D&D with faces, and as you can see it is pretty cool looking. There's a lot of unique faces here. You can tell this has been something that they've taken a lot of care with as well, and Eclipse 5EX, if you want cosmetics, is one of the best out there for this. So big shout out to them still. We then get the same with scars and horror. So if you want some awesome looking scars, like some of these fit the world of like Baldur's Gate D&D so perfectly. Like this one looks amazing. There's the big eye scar as well. This one, that looks insane. Like you can have a lot of fun with these. I would 100% use these, 100%. Next up we have Jericks Fem Heads. So you can see a bunch of awesome cosmetics again. A big cosmetic drop on console it seems, which is pretty common I found. There are a lot of cosmetics you get while on console, because I assume they're probably the easiest to port over from PC. But yeah, if you want more heads or you need more options or whatever clothing, then usually there's quite a lot. So once again, big shout out to Jericks, if I can actually say it right for this one. We've got portrait poses for photo mode. So this, in my opinion, looks very, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2-esque. We can just get these awesome looking portraits to put in the corner. So yeah, if you want to mix it up a little bit, just give it a bit of like old style flair. Go and check this out. This is once again by All in Dress, so thank you very much. We have ASE Goblins for console and PC. This is by ASE243, and again, this is a really awesome mod. Now this is a mod that is just about disguises, but it kind of looks like a race mod according to the mod maker. There are 5 different sub-races within the goblins you can choose, and essentially this is just like polymorph, but it turns you into looking like goblins. So if you want a crew of goblins running around, you can. And as you can see, it's pretty awesome looking. They've gone into everything, racial traits, like the clothing, the equipment, all sorts. They've really taken the care of this, and you can see just who is who. You can recognise it's still Astarion, but he's a goblin. Same with Shadowheart. This is such a fun little mod that it's just so cool. Yeah, it's so fun. So fun. If you want to just, make Baldur's Gate full of goblins, then check this out. This is the type of mod that just, adds a lot of awesome stuff to the game, and it's just some silly fun. Now, as I said, this is by Ezzy243, so big shout out to them for this really awesome thing. You can see there, 30 plus unique goblin appearances, racial passive skills and dialogue tags, plays a custom character or any origin character, you can toggle it on and off at any point, and it works perfectly on consoles. And finally, probably one of my favourite newest mods. There's been a few that have, made Act 1 into night or Act 2 into day. This turns Act 3 into a blood moon. And in my opinion, I think this is thematically amazing for showcasing oh, the end of the world is coming or things are going wrong. Aesthetically, I think this is an incredible mod. Just look at how cool this looks. So again, this is definitely something worth checking out. And this is by C-Mods. So again, if you want to like C-Mods, check out all that other stuff, because I think this is just exceptional. So as you can see, this is the Blood Moon, and look how cool the aesthetic is. As you see, nothing is broken. This is just a tremendous mod to use. And like I said, especially late Act 3, this is the perfect thing to download and just have going to make it look like the world is on the verge of destruction. It's just so cool. Actually, here is the Sword Dance of Elastri with both subclasses. Again, we will be going over these, but it looks like, just at first impressions, we got sort of a more very frontline focused one, and then a more probably healer magic user one, so it's going to be a lot of fun to test. And here's the Hound Master. So again, this is going to be something to go over, but you can just tell already this is going to be a really fun mod, especially if you're an animal lover, if you just like having an animal companion. So yeah, especially you stabilize your hand, prevent it from dying. Amazing. That's going to be great for so many people that get emotional attachments to their companions. And of course, Telekinetic Spells. So Telekinetic Shield. Cover yourself in a sphere of telekinesis, gaining resistance to physical and force damage. When a melee attack hits you, the shell explodes, dealing 1 to 12 force damage and knocks them back. Awesome concentration based spell. Now this is something that I can't go over every spell within this because obviously different classes, but if we just go over the Sorcerer for example, we can see some really cool things. Telekinetic Hurl, we can throw a boulder. Force Manipulation, where you can push or pull targets. Even into your first level spells, where you've got things like Rock Barrage. Just tear a small boulder from the ground and split into 3, launching these at targets. Can also apply Daze. Stone Snap, so rip boulders from the ground and hurl them into a single target, possibly becoming maimed. Seismic Eruption, pull a pillar of earth out the ground, leaving behind a throwable boulder. And Battering Ram, release a powerful telekinetic wave, forcing creatures back 6 meters and knock them off balance. Basically, Thunder Wave, but with force damage. Awesome. Scatter Shot, pull a boulder from the ground, form it into stone spikes that fly out in front of you, and also does Gaping Wounds. An Implosion Sphere, launch a sphere of compressed force that can seek out your target. It implodes on impact, displacing creatures and leaves them prone. Debris Storm, surround yourself in a telekinetic storm that throws rocks and boulders. Nearby enemies take force and bludgeoning damage and have their movement speed halved. Yeah, and you can still fly while in this form. Force Field, pretty much says what it does. It's a giant force field. Telekinetic tethers, so this is a nice way of increasing your AC and saving throws. As well as cocoon, nice way of being able to, protect yourself if you need to. Telekinetic maelstrom, you unleash your will as a storm of pure force. Your body locked in place, your mind tears apart reality. Those who fail to escape are slowly bound, crushed and disintegrated. As well as focus beam, and this is a huge damage dealer. Now let's show you some of these just animations because they are amazing. If we do telekinetic hurl, we'll take the chair and we'll just throw it over here. And you can see even these have nice little animations with it. So that was telekinetic hurl. If we do force manipulation, let's pull. And we'll do this on the kid here. How cool is that? We have battering ram, so we can do this. And you see you just go in a massive line, causing a bunch of telekinesis damage. We have force manipulation, which we did, telekinetic hurl, telekinetic shield, or shell I should say, look at that. Really awesome, just special effects on that. There is stone snap, so if we just do this over here, we'll take the cat for example, and there you go. And that is all the latest mods I can find for console. So I really hope you have enjoyed this video and showcase for some of the mods. If you have, please drop the episode a like and let me know if you want more mod showcases for console, because I am a console player myself. If you have enjoyed, please drop the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more. I've got more guides to Baldur's Gate, to Dragon Age, to Path of Exile, Oblivion, Expedition 33, Elden Ring, all the amazing RPGs you could ever need. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.